Okay, so we're going to do a drive where we're going to approach various road junctions. We're going to use the driving plan in all instances, which is mirrors followed by signal. The manoeuvre then is broken down into position, speed, look, assess, decide, act. So what we'll do is a running commentary on this process. Now, we're about to move off, so we're selecting first gear, we're setting the accelerator, bringing the clutch up to the biting point, looking around to see is it safe. All three mirrors, look over the right hand shoulder. Is it safe? It is. Release the handbrake, increase the revs and move the car slowly. Build up the speed and select second gear. We're going to turn right ahead. So check the mirrors, signal in good time, position just left of centre, controlling the brake, dipping the clutch. It's hard to see here on both sides because of the hedges. I can now see it's clear. Increasing the acceleration, straightening up the steering wheel, and now changing the gear. Now build up the speed gradually and change from second up to third gear. Build up the speed again and now change to fourth gear. Now travelling in a 40-mile-an-hour zone, doing just a little bit over 30 miles per hour. Notice that we're keeping fairly well to the left on this bend. I'm checking the mirrors to see is there anybody behind me, and I'm moving the car very slightly out to the right so that I can see anybody coming from the other side. Checking the mirrors as I now move back to my left hand side, maintaining the position about 1 metre from the curb. I'm looking as far ahead as I can, and I notice that the road disappears to the left. At the moment there's neither vehicle behind nor in front. I'm maintaining a steady speed into the bend. And shortly I'm going to approach a roundabout. At this roundabout I'm going to go forward, and the sign says Belfast Dublin Armagh. That's exit number 2. So mirrors, begin to slow down, position on the left lane, looking right, left and right. Maintain a left position through the roundabout, notice the red car ahead, check my mirrors, signal and exit. Building up my speed and changing second to third. At the next roundabout I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to drive forward, exit number 2. So it's mirrors, no need for a signal. I notice the car coming from my right. I've changed down to second gear in good time, moving the car slowly, look right, left and right, maintain my left position, and at the exit before the 101 check my mirrors. That includes the left wing mirror, and exit by the left hand side. At this next roundabout I'm going to turn left, exit number 1. So checking the mirrors again, signal in good time because I'm turning left, exit number 1. Checking the right hand side, it's clear. Maintain my position and exit left, and checking the left wing mirror to make sure no cyclists or anything else on my left hand side. Now build up the speed and change up the gears. Build up the speed again. I'm in a 40-mile-an-hour zone. I'm going to fourth gear. I'm aware of a car behind me in my mirror. I'm looking ahead both sides. I see a 40 sign and an oncoming vehicle. As I come through the bend, oncoming vehicle, looking up the hill, I see a vehicle emerging from the left, 2 oncoming vehicles, 3 oncoming vehicles, maintaining my left hand position, and in the distance I can see a roundabout sign. At this particular roundabout I'm going to take exit number 3 the A27 Uri. Checking my mirrors, signal my intention, position on the right hand lane, second gear direct. Is it safe? It's safe enough. Maintain my right hand position, building my speed. Now checking my mirrors and my wing mirror. We glance to the left and exit on the left hand side. I'm going to continue towards the town. I notice ahead there's a 30 mph speed limit, and also we've got a cycle lane on the left. Now I've got to keep 30 mph, and the gearing in this car is such that I maintain third gear. I'm looking ahead, somebody's turning right, in which case if there's sufficient room you can pass them on the left. Further ahead there's a pedestrian crossing. The lights are green. I'm looking right, left and right. I see a girl on approach. I don't want her to push the button, so the light won't change. I'm looking ahead. I see a vehicle on the left with open doors. Checking my mirror, I see there's a vehicle following closely behind. I'm looking at all the oncoming vehicles ahead. I'm passing this stationary vehicle. And further ahead I see another vehicle parked on the left hand side. Notice the pedestrian lights, look on both sides. Nobody near them, lights remaining green. Still doing 30 mph, and I'm holding the steering wheel in a 10-2 position. Now I'm looking further down to the traffic lights ahead. I see the brake lights on other vehicles that are stopping for those traffic lights. I've come to the end of the cycle lane and I'm moving a bit closer to the curb on the left. And looking ahead I see a taxi emerging, but I also see the vehicles beginning to move because the lights have now changed to green. Checking my mirror, changing down a gear because the taxi pulled up to allow someone to get in. Checking my mirror, notice the blue car behind me. We're a signal because I'm following left. And even though it's the only way I can go, I signal left so that should there be a pedestrian on the road, they would know which way I was going. Now I'm looking well ahead. Taxi's continuing on, so I build up my speed and change up to third gear. Shortly I'm coming up to a roundabout. I'm going to turn right at that roundabout. So now I'm checking my mirror and wing mirror and signal. My position is in the right hand lane. Second gear and approach. Is it safe? I see a vehicle coming on my right, selecting first gear, moving, it's now safe, and checking both sides. Notice the motorcyclist. Straighten up on the left hand lane. I'm going forward in the next roundabout. I see a vehicle on the right and slow, and I'm going to give way to him into first gear, check my mirrors and move. And check and check. That's the left wing mirror again to exit. I'm looking ahead, another taxi. Looking in my right wing mirror because I need to let myself out a little bit. Checking my mirrors and my left wing mirror to allow myself to come back. I'm coming around a bend. At the moment the light is green. There's a woman in the middle of the road. Checking my mirrors. Looking to my right, is it clear? I'm picking up the right hand lane ahead. And it's the empty lane. I don't drive half on one or half on the other. Must take the empty lane. Build up my speed and change my gear. I'm passing all these parked vehicles and I notice the left lane beginning to open. So I'm going to check my mirrors, centre mirror, wing mirror, signal in good time and move into the left hand lane. Cancel the signal when I get there. Look ahead, notice there's vehicles merging from the left. I'm doing about 29 miles per hour, I'm in third gear, and I'm keeping my distance from the car ahead, approximately 1 yard per mile per hour. Now he's turning, so I am slowing. checking my mirrors to see what's behind me, and I'm now coming down to a set of traffic lights. The lights are red. I'm covering the brake, slow and carefully, and just about now pushing the clutch gradually in, stopping far enough to see tyres and tarmac. Check my mirror, accelerate and bring my clutch and move carefully. Now as I approach the lights and follow the traffic ahead, I see box junctions. I'm aware of what's behind me, and I'm coming down to a second set of lights, in which case I'm going to turn left. Check my centre mirror and left wing mirror, signal in good time, position's good, looking right, looking left, looking right again, it's safe, so I'm going to proceed. Check my mirror, build my speed, and change from second up to third. Looking ahead, parked cars on the left, 2 men further ahead on the left hand side outside a pub. Check my mirror, steer away just in case somebody moves out onto the street. Check my mirror and move tighter to the left hand side. Doing 30 miles an hour, notice that sign for a playground. Now I'm still in the 30 mile an hour zone, so I just got to maintain my speed at 30. I'm in third gear, which is fine, but ahead there's a roundabout and I'm going to take the road leading off to the right to Greenbank. So that's exit number 3. About now I check my mirrors, that's the centre mirror and right wing mirror. Signal my intention, maintain the right hand lane, allowing my speed to reduce, touching the brake lightly, second gear, looking both sides, is it safe? It is, and I'm proceeding. And at this point I'm going to check my centre mirror and left wing mirror to exit the roundabout. And I'm going to turn left, check and check, immediately that is. And now as I straighten, check my mirror and build my speed. As I build my speed and maintain my position on the left, change second to third. I'm in a 30 mile an hour zone. My hands are in the 10 to 2, quarter to 3 position. Shortly I'm going to pull in and park on the left hand side. So about now, check my mirrors, that's the centre mirror, left wing mirror, signal my intention, gradually slowing down, find my road position about 6 inches from the curb, braking and clutch in. Put on the handbrake and neutral and cancel indicator.